Hey everybody, it's Max and welcome back to InfraSpace, the experiment. That's right, 17,000 boss and climbing. You betcha. We're going to have all kinds of people in this city. Of course, last episode we went and just kind of pushed them a little bit towards level 3 housing, just so as we can bring in some extra workers and get a few people doing some things. But now it's time to get a little serious with some of that computer and park technology. Get ready to expand them into level 4 and get some of this research done. Let's get to it. All right, we're back, and of course, what we're doing is we're gonna now try to gear up for these computers. Now, the parks are easy, right? Take a park, drop it in, good to go. In fact, we should probably do that now because we're gonna take one park. You betcha. One park and drop it in. And the whole point of this one park is to find out just how well can it deliver, right? Can it, will it need more than one, less than one? Obviously, we're going to need more than one. But I want to see, from a point of view, will it feed what houses we have here at the moment? So we're going to put in this one park. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Like, would I get 2 of them in there? No. I would need to make that a little bit wider. Okay, well, that's fine. There's my one park. So the one park, of course, it's going to shove out 2 park every 4 seconds and deliver it to the peoples, and it's going to be great. You will notice these people are not level 3, by the way. They are only level 2s. That's right. Let's talk about that next. Now, we have 8 factories making home appliances. They are running full tilt. And you'll notice that the count is around 399. Let's say 400. So let's say let's say you can get about 100 people per factory. Now, at the current rate of growth, we're going to be way over 20,000 people if all of this fills in right. That means I would need 200 home appliance factories to keep that rate up at point, at that kind of numbers, right? Now it is nice that they actually have the numbers here now, and I could actually do some real hard math, but we're just kind of doing this by the soft math, right? So we're watching the soft math to see how it's doing. I'm just pushing through the last of the research because might as well. And so now we're going to focus. So that's something to note. We know that one of those buildings can do about 100 people. And of course, what we're going to be watching for is to see if how the computers do. Because that's what we're about to do. We're about to push the computers out this way, the same as the park. Of course, home appliances is coming in from the other direction, so we'll want to see just where the kind of balance point is. Now, so of course, computers, first things we need is electronics. So let's go through the math. Of course, the computer factory itself takes 80 seconds to make 4 computers. All right. Now, that means it needs 2 chips of its own. Okay, it needs 1 of those blue chips, and it needs, a little bit of aluminum. All right, that's cool. All right, so it needs 1 of these chips, which is every 60 seconds. So basically, for now, I'm just going to say you need 1 of these buildings to get one of them computers. Okay, and these guys also need 2 chips, right? Now. Okay, cool. So if we're going to make, 4 of these factories, right? So let's say we're going to make 4 computer factories. You would have to make, so 4 of them computer factories would be 320 seconds. So 5 of these factories, 6 4s 24. So I mean 80 and 60. I'm around 480 is the target there. So I guess it'd be a 6-to-5 ratio, or I'll do the math on it later. Anyway, you need we're just going to go with the straight 1-to-1. These guys need 2 electronics to do their thing as well, right? And of course, these guys take 32 seconds to make 2 electronics. Of course, it couldn't be 30 seconds because that would have been way too simple. So we have this bank here, of course, is going to handle the first part, which is, of course, this microchip factory. Then the second 4 are going to handle the 4 needed for the computer factory. Now, of course, because it's 32 seconds, these extra 2 factories are going to handle the overflow needs of these here, right? So in this case, of course, what we want to do is we're going to start plopping these down. So we should have enough here for 4 computer factories. Now, you actually need a little more than that. Yeah, we're far from done. We're far from done on this. So, of course, we're going to have to get rid of some of this road. Goodbye, road. See you later. Okay. Yep. Poof. Go away. Poof. Yep. Gotta go. Yep. You gotta go too. Yep. See you later. Yep. Bye. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, can I have the road? All right. Awesome. So we now need to bring this road. Oh, I see. I was using concrete road, and that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'll probably upgrade it at some point in time anyway. Yep. We're gonna just bring this down here a bit. Life is good. And somewheres down here, we're gonna want some computers. You betcha. And then them computers have to be delivered somehow. So, we know you need about 2/3 of that. And I am just taking a rough guess right now. You know, we're taking a rough guess, right? This looks like it's about, if this was 50%, and then this is 25%, and then this is 25%. So let's say around here somewhere is where we're going to have the road. Well, all right, you know what? Since you just happen to have a node there, congratulations, you're a winner. You betcha. And so now this is where our first contestants will be, which is Mr. Microchip Factory. Look at him. 3, 4. You betcha. Now, this is where we want to divide this again in half. And, well, somewhere's around here, I would think. Yeah, we'll take it from here. And again, we're just, I mean, I could spend time measuring this all out, blah, 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 but we're doing a little ballparking, you know. Okay, so then we're going to put in our 4 computer factories right there. All right. Now, turns out I got me a new toy. Power substation. Oh, yeah. That's what you call power. All right. So, power substation. Put that in here somewhere. Boom. Look at that. That's what you call power. Yeah. Lots of overlap here. Somewhere's around there. And then out here in the woods, we'll put a 3rd one. Yep. Now, actually, you know what? I'm going to move that one down a little bit because I want that. I want this covered. I want the coverage of the things. Give me. Yes. Actually, that's still not going to be enough coverage of the things. So I'm actually going to bring this one down. I know. I mean, now it's just gotten silly, hasn't it? Because I need sand. I know. Where's that coming from? And I'm actually going to just butt this one right up against the road now. And look, I'm still not going to get the coverage I want right there. So, you know what? That's a lot of empty space up there. How about we park you in here? There. Do that. Will that do it? That will do it. Okay, now I actually have to get them powered up. So let's actually do that. Hey, do you want to run over this way for me? That would be awesome if you did. And we'll just hook you in there. Cool. We'll get rid of you. Now, this one, we will just run that. I kind of like to try and do this little maneuver with it. Something like that. And we'll see if we can't sneak it around the corner here and hook you into maybe there. It's okay. There we go. And in this case, sounds good. Now we got a third one I got to get rid of here. So hold on a second. Just hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Third one coming in. Okay, we're just gonna come over here. We're gonna park up to you and hook into you, and then we're gonna get rid of you because you're just a duplicate. Okay, look at that. That's amazing. Too bad there's no miners here for anybody. So they're having a really hard time. They're like, well, what are we supposed to do? We can't do anything. You're right. You can't do anything. So let's take care of everybody's needs. So first needs, you put that back, Max. You know they gotta have the things. Right. Okay. So first things needs is new miners. Hey, large iron miners. I don't know if this is going to be a big benefit for us yet, but we're going to try. Looks like I won't be able to get them big miners in there anyway to a certain degree, so we're going to push it as far as we can to here. We'll put that in there, see what happens. Obviously, you got to have a copper mine, and we got more than enough room to get copper miners in here, so we should be good to go. Boom, like that. Now, of course, copper miners, 1.6, 3.2. Really? Are they twice as fast as the little miners? Is that a thing? Really? So that's 3.2 seconds, 1.6 seconds. 3.2 seconds, 6. They are twice as fast. Wow. That's actually really important stuff. You know, I'm just saying. Oh, this poor guy. He got no power. Dude, I'll get you some power. Just hold on a second. You're kind of getting ripped off here, dude. Okay, there. You're good to go now. So that's going to take care of that. Hopefully you're powered. Oh yeah, you're definitely powered. So obviously that is going to take care of that. Now we need a bunch of sand. It turns out. This road here. We're gonna bring this road over here like this on a one-way road. You see, these circuits here to help with the overflow. We're gonna bring them down, but we didn't really want them to mix on this road here because these guys are gonna be sharing this road to load these guys up for a bit until the appropriate time. So we do need a little sulfur, turns out, right? So you do need a sulfur mine. And how far away can I push that? Looks like, well, let's say there. And I also need a sand miner. Now, sand miners, I guess you can just drop anywhere, really. But the question is, you know, we need this sulfur too. So just before the thing, so right about here, I guess. Something like that. So that will give them once a piece. We are on positive job numbers, so we should be okay. Now, what are you guys looking for? Oh, okay, you're waiting for copper. That's fine. Now, what are you looking for, mister? You would be looking for sand, right? You betcha, because you've been getting your electronics from up there, but now you need sand, so you need that. And then, of course, you're looking for electronics, but these guys are going to get their electronics first, which is actually okay, because that's what we want, right? And we can, and again, we'll district this out in a little bit. Looks like we're going to need another miner to kind of handle our minerish needs, but we have the peoples. We have the peoples for this, so let's not be cheap. let's do the people things. You know, let's employ the peoples and make it happen. Okay, so we now have the computer things hopefully being made. Well, we know we have factories being made. Really, do you guys have to travel that slow on that road? Let's upgrade this road. Upgrade road. Like, come on, guys. Just make that happen a little faster. Like, you know, I realize like you know, I should upgrade all the roads. But come on now. Like, we don't have to be that slow on the crossroads. All right. You know, you could be a little faster here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring you back. And when we come back, we're going to see how well we're doing. So look, see, we're actually getting action down here into these guys now. Well, that's good. Holy smokes. And of course, then we want to keep that action going down here into Computer Factory Road. Now, of course, the problem is they have no exit point yet. We have to give them an exit point. Sure. So let's do that. We're actually going to give them an exit point. You know what? I'm going to do it right here. You betcha. Yeah, give me the road. Are you not? Oh, right. We're on upgrade. Can I have the road now, please? Thank you. Yep, exit point right there. Look at that. You now have a reason to exist. And hopefully this means you're going currently being delivered is 0. 0. Oh, aluminum. Aluminum. I almost cut away on you guys. Okay, well, listen. Let me set up the aluminum, and I'll bring you right back. Okay. Yep. Got like a zigzaggy road. This, I don't even know how this one works. I mean, it's not red. And let me tell you, there was a lot of red road coming down this path. So I don't know how this works. But you know what? I'm going to go with it for now because they're sending trucks down here. You know, so gosh darn, they had better be sending faster trucks than that. How long does it take for you guys to mine? 5-6 seconds? You know what? We can give you a second miner, I think, for sure. You know, I'll even give you 3 miners just because I'm nice like that. Okay, so we're gonna let them mine out for a bit. Of course, now we got it hooked in here so they can use this road to drive up to drop off. Because of course, I'm going to have to probably fix some of this a little later. I'd like it'd be nice if I could actually have that road connect here. But right now, just to get this to work, to get the computers to move across this way, we'll see what happens. So obviously, these guys don't want park at all. Only level 3 is going to want to park. And these guys are like, yeah, we got some park happening, right? In fact, park seems to be happening pretty good for 2 rows, but not in row 3, which is actually very interesting. So you can see here, you know, and they use a lot of park, 0.7. So it looks like when it comes to park, what are we looking at? 5, 10, 15, 20 houses? I would say 20 houses before it kind of gets pushed. Maybe 25 houses, which is actually very interesting. I mean, this is part of the whole deal. So 25 houses. Let's say there's 12 people in each house. Well, let's say 250 people park. So if I'm going with 100 people for the home appliances, and we need 250 people per park, so obviously for 20,000 you would need 100 parks. Now that should not be a big problem. You know, we have a fair amount of space for that, so hopefully we'll do okay. Because gosh darn, we're gonna have some people. Looks like everybody's getting things done here now. 100% efficiency. Again, these are very slow at 80 seconds. They are gonna make 4 computers, but they are not Speedy Gonzalez by any means. So, of course, these guys are going to keep making the chips, which, of course, are then going to keep pumping these guys full, right? Because look at that. See, they're full at the moment. One every 60 seconds, which, of course, is going to definitely help these guys one every 80 seconds. I'm going to do a little math on that, of course, and we'll see how it goes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back one more time for this episode. We're just going to let our little experiment run here for a bit and just see how many computers kind of filter out into the biodome and see how many it is. Because now that we kind of got about 100 per home and 250 per park, we can now try to see if we can get a computer estimate. So we're going to let this run for a bit, see what happens. Hey, we'll see if everybody's going to be happy, not happy, or whatever. Let me bring it back. We'll see what happens. Okay, so it might look bad, but this is exactly what I was looking for. We now have a tug of war going on between home appliances and computers. So, as you can see in these two rows, there's some upgrading going on and there's some downgrading going on. And the problem is that currently being delivered to certain parts of the whole thing, you have certain deliveries that are taking place, some deliveries are not taking place. Literally, these two rows are duking it out, and home appliances is losing big time. I don't know why. Now, the population has grown. So what's happening is, of course, home appliances will always feed in from the right and feed up these houses on the right. So we know home appliances will, we have 8 buildings. We know they'll do about, let's say, I had projected about 100, but really my math was around 75. So we have 8 buildings, that should have done enough to handle this row here. Now remember, there's nobody living in these rows, so there's no one really using these ones, right? These ones are just sitting static. So we have 8 home appliances. This row here of 20 are being, so that's a couple of hundred. Well, they're more than a couple of hundred because there's 12 per building here. But you have 12s and you have 5s, you have 6s, you have 0s. So then over here, of course, we have some buildings going on, but they're literally being choked out now by this. So I guess my math is a little off. I was hoping for more push on those home appliances, but if it looks like they're going to be able only to do about 50 a piece, then that means we need a lot of home appliances to handle 20,000 people. No way around it. And it's the same with the computers, right? So the computers are fighting on this side, right? And I mean, computers aren't even being counted in these ones, right? You can't even deliver a computer to these houses. So computers can only be delivered to level 3 houses and above. So we know that computers are getting delivered to some of these houses. But there's this continuous fight going on between the home appliances and the computers, and where they're meeting in the middle, which is very entertaining. But we're looking to try and get this to get a balance here, because we got a lot of city to put together, and if we can't make this little part of the city balance out, then that's going to cause a problem when it comes to even more of the city. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit more. We're going to add a little more home appliance, right? Because that's the thing we can do. We'll just get ready to add some extras over here. We have, we sort of have the workers. We were at 1,000. I've now lost 100 workers because of the downgrading going on. So we're going to do that. And we're going to pump these in. Now, hopefully, again, before I can worry about level 4 citizens, so see, we were at, I was at almost 250 level 4 citizens. Now I'm barely sustaining 60, and it's dropping, right? So we need to be able to push the level 3 citizenries back up. Because if not, then we're going to even lose level 3 citizens, and we'll be demoted down again. Now, not the end of the world, but it will make a mess of my research, that's for sure. So we're going to bump up them home appliances, make sure that we can get more of that being delivered. And what I'll do is I'm going to bring you back again, even though this was supposed to be the final time. It seems like that's the way it is lately. We're going to bring you back again, see if we can't get these to bump back up, right? Get this number back up to where we need it, so as it can then try and push level 4 citizens, because right now, we can't even push computers into most of these houses. They're not high enough to get computers into the houses. So we want more of these upgrades to take place, and let's hope that that little extra push of home appliances will do it. I'll bring you right back. Okay, so to wrap this one up, it looks like we have found the boundary of stability for the time being. And so, of course, coming in from the right are them home appliances, and coming in from the left are them computers. And they are kind of crossing the line here and remaining relatively stable. I'm kind of giving that to you as a guess, right? I mean, it's all a little bit of guesswork here. So in this particular case, as you can see here on the left, we got a lot more computers happening over here. Over here on the right, home appliances, of course, are winning. And somewheres here in the middle, they're kind of just hanging on, right? They're all kind of hanging on. And I'm hoping everybody just kind of hangs on, all right? So what we're going to do is, what are we doing for the next episode? Well, the next episode is probably going to be get ready to push the next research. Now, the next research, of course, will be the yellow research, but we have to get this, now we've kind of got this stabled out a little bit. We're actually going to push this level to be a stabilized level for citizens, which means to obviously get that, we need to be pushing, we're running the numbers always really close, right? So we need to push out more home appliances, and of course we definitely need to push out more computers. So as they can crisscross each other and then push the two lines together, so as these can all become level 4 buildings and be stable at level 4. Oh yeah, and maybe chuck in a few more parks, because that's kind of important. So with that, on the next one, I'll bring you back. I will see you, no, how about this exit? I'm Max, this is InfraSpace, the experiment, and now I will see you on the next one. Take care.